How's it going? Saturday, one of my favorite days. POTERIE contains alcohol. That's pretty much, they had me, it contains alcohol. From the Bruery, 16.8%. This is another one where the English style old ale. This is another one where they save a little bit of the previous year's batch and continue it on. Wasn't there a bread like that? Like, called Henry or something like that? I'm going to open it with the muzzle device. It's been a while. Oh, and the bottle cap looks something like this. Even though I know she doesn't do this shit for me anymore. But she still loves me. Talk to her today. Busy. She's out there saving eagles and hawks and shit. I get those juices flowing, Jay from Elite Ammunition. Got one finger at Chuck. Just a big malty flavors with that. Anybody that's anybody that's aged any of the like the 120, you get that intense, I would say red fruit, vanilla, definitely the oak from the barrels. Almost a little bit of a wine like smell in there, but time's up. I know there's more leeway for good shit, but but I don't know how long the intro was. Cheers, guys. To be another seriously JR10 Desert Gold approved here. We got really nice forward sweetness. Great carbonation. Never had a poorly carbonated beer from the Bruery though. Roasted caramel. Here we had some stragglers from No Middle Ground. We got J-Dog saying Scotch, but sorry, the alcohol enticements wear off after the video has after I've read the comments. So, Brad, Duracell commercial on this video, amazing. Altenda, guys, and the last one was 1911 USA. Check out this year's batch of 6-point high res. It's damn good. Cheers. Son of a bitch. If I would have read the comments ahead of time, I would have grabbed that. I was out and about this morning, and Bulwark, I never got the opportunity to, long story, he recommended some hot chips at Walmart, but I ended up not going there, so I'll have to see, now it's even more challenging when you remember but don't go there, so now I have lots of opportunities to forget. But on the way home, like usual, stopped at the Keyport. Christine picked up the last of the alcohol for the girls' party, which is next Saturday, where I will be bartender. which is still cool. If you're new to the brewery review and haven't heard this story, whenever she does a yearly themed girl party, and in Husbands of the Past, he was encouraged to leave, and not a single one of the ladies missed him while he was gone. And me, I don't even know how this shit even happened. Maybe I was just in better with them right from the get-go. But I made drinks or something, and I was going to adios myself. I was going to come down here, maybe watch some videos, stay out of the way. And next thing you know, I'm a bartender, and that's been the way it's been now for like the last 4 or 5 years. And I tell you, anybody out there that says, us guys are the sick and perverted ones, au contraire. I wanted to sit at my desk with a headset on and just not even listen to what was going on. First comment from Lager of the Lakes was the Real Cobra Burnout saying Kilroy was here. J-Dog here from work. Foo Master 2 just got home. Bulwark. It sure is entertaining watching the traders eat each other alive after that memo was released. Hang 'em high. Real Cobra Burnout. Don't mince words. The lack of skulls took the 5-7 off your side. I can't argue with you for the skull pattern for the 5-7. After all, I chose all the way down to 2 schemes and then left it up to the masses. Fu Master 212. You are correct. The movie was called Kill Command, not Kill Shot. It was pretty good though. Rich again. Laughed my ass off. That was priceless. What perfect timing on the text and the comment from yesterday. That 5-7 is the schniz. Thanks for the flyby, brother. Oh, you're welcome. J-Dog, Scotch. Oh, and I had plenty of it last night. I had some, and then for the radio show I filled her up to good old boy. I was actually talking to Adam over there. I asked him, I said, I know you're a connoisseur of craft beers and alcohol and all that shit, and I'm like, what exactly do you think of the Johnny Walker Red? And he's just like, for the money, it's pretty good. It's a blended Scotch. And I said I was really surprised with that level of the smoky peatiness to it. And then I asked him, what about the more expensive ones? Like, I guess the most expensive one is the Johnny Walker Blue label. And he said, for that kind of money, he says there's a lot of other really good options on it. Because it's really light on flavor for that kind of a dollar amount. Hang on, I was just oh, I see my brother-in-law is here checking the front security camera. And we also Mr. Holster had a conversation about the Chavez. The stuff you have. 12-year-old from 1972. He just rolled his eyes and went, He said back then they were a much younger company and they were using whiskeys that were probably, a lot older. And he says the flavors, he said if you have an opportunity to compare any older whiskey with a newer whiskey, he says it is a night and day. It is a night and day difference. He said that that is probably going to be a killer scotch. Master Chew, yeah? Use a big hard load on the wet beaver. I mean, come on, man. Rich again. Yes, Netflix dropped the Cloverfield Paradox, and I thought it was pretty good as well. The ending is priceless. You gotta see it. I got an email notification of it, so I would like to check it out. Rich again, another fine review, brother. Cheers. Thank you. Zeus. My boss found a gun called the FN57. He says it looks like a High Point, his favorite. I just laughed and then bought a 12-pack. Zeus. We make turkey chimichangas with the smoked turkey after Thanksgiving every year. Turkey, hot sauce, cheese wrapped in a tortilla, baked at 350 for a few. Easy and great. Makins. That sounds really good. JR10. You know what? It's funny. I'm just sitting around chilling, having a cold one, when I sense a disturbance in the force. I said to myself, that's what I, like to call myself, tell me that he did not put those range rounds in that hollowed box of honor. To my horror, it was true. Rain Man desecrated a holy environment. Furthermore, my 454 holds 6. More bang for the buck. No pussy ports either. And Keck, cheers, fellow American patriots. And Keck, and just for the record, I believe you mistakenly gave me credit for McLean 5179's comment about the cold and heat question. Oh. Whoops. Sorry, McLean. Probably get raped by him on an upcoming comment then. Snoring Desert Prepper. Wow, I need to step up my game somehow to get first. So confused. Click bell and says when you get occasional updates. I don't know. It doesn't actually do it all the time. Sometimes you click on it and it says to be notified or, not. And then the next time it's like to get occasional notifications, all notifications, no notification. Sometimes it won't even let you. The other day, mobile device and my computer, I could not click. As soon as you click the bell little thing, it would you would see it pop up and go away. Snoring Desert Prepper, great review. Mixing is good when you have to. I love maple syrup, so I keep a bottle close. When you have a bad, bitter IPA, I put a shot in it. Tastes so good. Cheers. I never thought about that. Stephen Bush, you had a day that you were hanging pipe? I light pipe every day. Ed, hi. Ed. Tardisius, never seen a revolver I didn't like. Trump train. My hollowless point. Good Lord, you're worthless, but you've known that ever since you quit school. Wonder who'll be the first to send you another bottle of knob. It's already happened. I got this from a friend of mine. Maybe to protect the innocent, I should let him remain nameless. Thanks, Ed. One of these times, I'm going to slip I'm gonna slip, and I'm gonna end up getting the wax. Oh, come on. Sometimes if you can get your fingernail under one side. Sorry. Straight Kentucky bourbon whiskey. Sometimes I like to have it with my fries. Ed. Oh, Ed. I bet butter would go good on her buns. I see what you did right there, Ed. Wade. Use margarine on her buns or risk a yeast infection. Speaking as a baker, not a personal experience as far as you know, I got your fuzzy Willie right here, cousin. Colonel Jeff, Kentucky Colonel, is all-around great guy and a like-minded thinker. He is a great guy. And he is a colonel. Smile Money. Appreciate you clearing up about the troll. One of my best traits is loyalty to a friend, even to a fault. Amen. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm always agree with a friend, but in those cases, it's unmistakably direct. Well, unless I'm being sarcastic, just to have fun. Oh yeah, no. Let's make this totally clear. This is a weird coincidence, though, because Steve's last name is Money. Stephen Money. That's the troll, Lost Prop Nuts. Pretending to be KB, pretending to be everybody's friend, and then fucking everybody by acting like a mentally retarded, brain imbalanced fuckweasel. So, but Smile Money, anybody that knows who Smile Money really is, and I like to keep, confidentiality all the way up until they turn into a little cunty troll. Oh, you're not smart enough to figure out who I am. Oh, really? Steve? Issues. Big issues. But those two are not the same person. And Smile Money is a friend. Probably get my ass kicked, and then a handshake and a bear hug when I get to meet him for the first time. Mr. Holster, you do that every night. Wow, there's a couple of things that come to mind. One is, and it just kind of is not related, but it just reminds me I'm almost out of lotion. Mr. Holster again, 202. How could you not make this under 2 minutes? Seriously. Jay from Elite Ammunition. You shit in your pants. I blew a load with that beer girl. Gillian 426. Here. Cheers, Eric. Cheers, my friend. Jay from Elite Ammunition. Fuck yeah. I will mod the shit out of that. Send it. And he would be talking about the Eagle. Here's a perfect segue. I guess I gotta talk to you and find out the best way to get this to you. Then the next thing is kind of a roundabout idea of what you're planning on spending, so I know how long it's going to be until I get it back. But it's a Desert Eagle, but I'd really like to make it my own. And knowing the way that Jay is, I don't really think that this would leave with any conditions other than other than the trigger's not bad. I don't, I just wanted him to do something unique and cool to it, and I really don't have any conditions or anything. My only caveat is if it comes back fucking pink camo, I will rattle can this bitch on my basement floor. But yeah, evidently I need to talk to you and find out, because I know how these modifications go. Especially since, yes, Jay, I did receive a phone call, or should I say, it came up in conversation, because Jay at Elite Ammunition right now is working on doing a, I'm assuming you're sporterizing it. I'm not even, I think you're you're sporterizing El Tenda's Mosin Nagant, and I know you're doing your touch to it, and he is kind of freaking out that you're breaking the bank for him, because after all, he's Italian, and I can tell you from personal experience what it's like living with an Italian. They stereotypically give Jews shit about being tight with the wallet. Au contraire. Jay from Elite Ammunition, the 610. I resemble that comment. Yeah, dick. Sharky 762, Brew Babe, nice. Sharky 762, will it mix? Nice one, E. Yeah, I don't know, if I run across some stuff and I have a couple of, I was actually kind of shocked. 2 beers I really like on their own, mixing them together, I actually think it definitely wasn't forward progress. Gillian, Ed is a great guy for sure. Yes. Aunt Keck, another great review, and that Brew Babe is so friggin' hot. Smile Money. The Democrats are afraid of the NRA. That is a good thing. So if you do not want to support them, that is your choice. Attempting to rally others into protesting the NRA is not a good strategy. If the gun grabbers come, any person fighting them is good. You do not want to show any weakness for the anti-gunners to exploit. I'm not rallying anyone together. I've said this. If you want to spend your money on the NRA, go for it. I do not want to spend my money anymore on the NRA. Doesn't mean definitely never means I'm rallying against them. I would just like to actually see them do something other than be the NRA. To me, what they are to me is our government and their forward progress on cancer. It seems like they just give you enough to make you think that somebody is doing something about it. Yet out there, every single time, that guy comes up with what is possibly a cure for something, or, completely as another side of this coin, or one of those guys that, does something that takes miles per gallon on a car and makes a V8 go 100 miles per gallon, and all of a sudden he kills himself or something like that. It's just, please, if you're going to support the NRA, by all means, support the NRA. I am not stopping anybody or going to badmouth the NRA. I'm just saying they have had so many opportunities, and they have looked like the opposition, not what they're supposed to be. And I've seen this too much in the last few years. Otis 71, one more whiskey. Well, I can go back to the Seagrams, which I personally think the Seagrams is a better as a mixer, and I think the knob. I think the knob is more pleasant in this form. Brad, hell yeah, brother. Wow, almost out of comments. Big Jeff Gunwild 1. Dip the cigar sealed end in whiskey or brandy before you clip off the end to give it some flavor. Just make sure it isn't flammable booze before you light it. Yeah, good point. I guess it'd be like self-lighting, wouldn't it? Jeff, is the brew babe Abigail Ratford? Yeah, I believe that is. Of course, you'd have to go back down there and ask Brad for sure, but I'm almost positive the brew babe for the last brew review was Abigail. Hazman 440 would also know. I believe he's got her well ensconced in his spank bank. Jeff again. Yep. The YouTube is screwing over the gun channels. I lost over 300 subs with the last update. They did not mention what they're doing with the monetizing. Oh no, but no, you have to talk to my Hollow Point, because you know if your gun channel isn't on a forward progress, it's you. It's you, not. It's you. It's not YouTube. YouTube loves us. YouTube would never. No. I'm sorry, Gunwild. You're fucking drunk. I know that's why I was doing really good on all the way up to a certain point, and then my subscriber count went backwards. You know what I think is really funny, and I don't know if some of you can verify this or not, but I had somebody gave me a shout out, and this was like a year ago or so. You know, right in the meat of YouTube fucking everybody, and I got notified. It was something like 4 days straight that I had somewhere between 7 and 10 new subscribers for like a 4-day stretch. And after 4 days, my sub count on my channel was something like 200 and something subs less than what it was the 4 days prior. So yeah, it's just Jeff, man, it's just you shoddily running your channel, upsetting people, and they're just going away. I mean, it's obvious. Jeff again. If Christine doesn't like beer, what does she drink? She is a rum fan. Clear rum, never spiced rum, and except for she and Jim were, toking it off of the bottle of Sailor Jerry. But if she buys rum or makes a drink around here, it's always clear rum, and she also likes wine. Usually always sweeter, like a Moscato or something red and sweet. Lately it's been Stella wines. There's Stella Dark or Stella Black. Stella Black. That's the kick she's been on, and lately they've been sold out around here. So she's been kind of bummed. And that is the last comment until I hit refresh. Weird. So that's it. I'm drinking a good beer. Oh, I got a little bit more gun porn if you want. You saw the ghost gun. Are you ready, Fu Master Chew? I might have to do this and back up. There you go. Yep, say, Sorez, slide, Wheaton Arms, long ass barrel. You should see how that looks when I put it in my 19. Really like the front serrations on this guy. Obviously, optics ready. Sights unknown. Probably end up being some kind of suppressor height sights on it. It needs its own bottom end. This is my G22, the RTF2. So obviously that has to stay with the. But it's enough. You'll see a video on this tonight after Christine's blog radio show. Yeah, pretty decent on the slide. I mean, the only thing that I need to do a little bit is just some really light, like probably take like some 2000 grit or something, and kind of take the little bit of some burring, some sharpness around that. But I assembled this so that I could get some rounds through it, function test it, and then you know, it'll eventually be broke down in whatever color it ends up. Still be better if it was 10 millimeter as opposed to 9, but this is going to be a really nice shooting pistol. So there's the wrap up on the gun porn. Like I said, Jay, I need to talk to you about the best way to get this in your hands. Driving it down would be nice, and then like I said, I'm willing to leave it up to your artistic abilities, as long as it doesn't end up pink. Other than that, before we go, I'm sure you saw the battle box. If you're into putting a med kit together, I tell you, I really like that bag. I mean, the thing is, it's another one of those months where it's specialized. It's like it's all life, you know, first responders kind of stuff. So I haven't decided. You know, I was kind of eyeballing the two of them up, and the really nice pack that the ATF Sucks put together for me is basically the same size as this bag, except for, you know, this bag's got a few more options to hang shit on the outside of it. So I as of right now, I haven't I've left everything as it was, but this was the Fox knives. This was their emergency responder knife, and this thing is just built like a tank. I got screwdrivers on it and bottle opener on it. And when I first opened up the package, you kind of see these little areas right here. It almost looked like maybe someone had dirty hands and that they're hanging onto it before they put it in the box. But these areas actually glow in the dark. Subtly, it's not real bright, but then again, it was like immediately. And then of course, if you saw the video, it has this kind of unique holster system for it, and you can put it into MOLLE webbing. I see I'm not even sure what all the different options would be. You know, they have holes on this backside. I'm not exactly sure how I guess you could flip it around if you wanted to you know, put it on this side and have this side. I can't tell if those are spacers or if those are actually part of the back, which would, again, that would be like why they put holes in the back of this. But yeah, you can put it over your belt. You can run it through some belt loops. You have to latch it again. You pull down on the springs, and it locks in place. I think it's a really badass knife. I think it was an awesome kit because everything that's in there, I'm able to put either into one more of the med kits or build it. And that bag, you know, that bag says for a medical kit, but you could easily use that as a range bag. I mean, you could do whatever the hell you wanted with it. I mean, put a really small bowling ball in it. So I'm going to go enjoy this. Maybe a little bit of chocolate too. A little bit of really dark chocolate on top of everything else I said. If you're a fan of lots of booze and lots of flavor and sweet, you can really never go wrong with anything from the Bruery. So I'm giving this a 10. And more than likely, we will see you guys tomorrow. So cheers, everyone.